Hello, welcome to the channel. This is Motionz again, and I just wanted to continue the discussion about the pledge loan just because on my previous video, a lot of really great questions and discussions have come up. And I just think that it really warrants being able to share that here because it is very informative and it can really help our newcomers to Navy Federal and new community members as well who just wanted better and more in-depth understanding of the pledge loan. And I would also like to include and share with you a discussion between two of our community members about the higher amount pledge loan. And I think it is really relevant because from their discussion, you can really learn a lot. So as you can see, it's not just from me that you learn, but also from other community members who really give a very good perspective and an insight on what's going on so you can also optimize building up your credit profile with Navy Federal and with your personal credit profile with these hacks. I would say it is already a hack, okay? Doing a high amount pledge loan is quite a very smart hack for savvy consumers. So we will address these very simple questions that it may seem very simple and it may be a little repetitive for some of you who are already familiar with the pledge loan, but I still would like to answer that because I noticed that we still get those questions as we talk about pledge loans. So first, we will tackle and answer those very simple questions that we still have new members and new Navy Federal members who are still trying to kind of find their feet, when it comes to navigating the Navy Federal credit building and profile building process. And after that, I will share with you the discussion that is very, very relevant about the big amount pledge loan. And I would like to thank these two community members who actually were the ones having this conversation. But from their conversation and in the comment section, we can learn a lot from them. For our first question, doesn't an installment loan lower your average age of accounts? Yes, it does, but 35% of on-time payments beats 15% of your credit score for credit age. Next question, when does the pledge loan and secured credit card reports? The answer is it reports at the end of the month. Next question, when should I pay the 90% or 70% of my pledge loan? You can pay it off at any time once you see that account on your Navy Federal app. You can wait for a few days though. Next question, is it a hard pull or a soft pull? It's only a soft pull. Navy Federal just takes a look at your profile. And here is a good question. If you get a pledge loan for say 25,000, then pay back 22,000 for a 36-month term, so the balance is 3,000, do you have access to your 22K or is your money tied up the whole time that you have the pledge loan? The answer is no. Every time you pay off the pledge loan, it is credited back into your savings account where the funds for your pledge loan came from. So you can do anything with it once it is deposited back into your savings account. Next question is here. Person has direct deposit, and if he has 1,200 in the checking account, can he do a pledge loan? And the answer is yes, but you have to transfer that amount to your savings account. And it takes about 2 days to show in your app. And this next question is the same as the previous one. Yes, you will have access to your money. Once you pay off your pledge loan, it's back on your savings account. Now, here is the question that most people would want to ask. Do you think there is any advantage by making a larger pledge loan amount? Does it promote a higher score in any way? In my case, I'm in the 700s, but my account is lacking an installment loan. Is 250 better than, let's say, 2,000? And here is how another member really answers this question that is related to this question. Now, here is what is so cool about this, because this community member who gave this answer is actually answering and responding to another member's question, but is still very appropriate for a lot of the questions right here. And he is saying that yes, a larger pledge loan like 3,001 for 5 years will help your credit report more than a bunch of $250 loans. Think about it this way. You got one loan that opens up, you have 60 on-time payments reporting in a row without stopping, and then your loan closes. That's much better than opening a $250 loan, 6 on-time payments only reported, compared to a bigger loan that you can really extend into 24 or 36 months, and you will have those accounts reporting on your credit report with no break. So that is like a long time of payment history right there for that specific amount. Because it is a bigger amount, Navy Federal allows you to extend it into a longer term. So I hope you got that. And here is another member who actually has a very good concept of DTI and how to make the best of his loan for a longer term. He says here he's considering a 10K loan. The payment should be a little under 200 over 60 months. So there will be little impact on his DTI. And he wanted to do a large amount because it would look good and better in the future should he consider doing a personal loan. And with lenders, sometimes remember, they look at how much trade line, what is your limits, how are your limits, do you have high limits or low limits, and they can also base their decision on that. And he follows it up with the question if he should pay the 90% upfront or not, or is he just gonna let it sit there for the duration of the loan. So in response to this question, this other community member actually shared that as far as paying 90% of it off, there's really no benefit of doing that on a short-term small loan. And he's really very right on that, like 6 months to a year. Now that loan is going to be over and done with in 6 months. So the real benefit is on a long-term loan, 3 to 5 years, for instance, doing a 2001 loan for 3 years. You are extending the on-time reporting for those many for that particular pledge loan. So it really makes sense. Now, he really explained this very well right here. So hopefully you can read through that and get the point of what he is trying to say here, because that's really very helpful. It's a lot of common sense involved in that. And here he explains that paying a large part of it looks better, much better on the credit report if you have a loan that you only owe $200 on than a 2001 loan that you still owe a lot of it. So that really helps. And here we have a community member who really did a major pledge loan for 100K. And I haven't really heard anything from him after that. Hopefully he would be able to see this video and share with us his experience with the 100K pledge loan, because that would really be an interesting story. And I think he was asking here why there was no changes in his credit report. I just think it's because it's just a matter of the reporting time and when it was reflected on his account. But I am sure that this time it has already made a big difference in his credit profile and his credit report. So we do have members that really do the large amount pledge loans. And it would be so just hopefully we can get in touch with Dwayne and just see and share his experience on how his pledge loan was with that very large amount. So there, I hope I was able to give you another perspective and something to think about when you do the pledge loan. Now that you were able to see a different side and maybe a different way of really optimizing and finessing the pledge loan. So again, thank you so much for continuing to follow this channel and for our members who continue to share their insight, their perspective, and ideas and experiences here. I really appreciate you so much, and I hope that you continue to follow us on this channel. Again, this is Motionz Biz, and thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.